how is it that you as an individual could constantly stack layers upon layers of skill set, mindset, systems, which are the 3 pillars we teach? How can you constantly stack to get better? Now, before I dive into how we can do that, don't mistake this for this unending drive for business success. I'm talking about your entire life. So, for example, in one of the most recent masterminds privately with my High 6 group, I had them all do the wheel of life. You can go on and Google this right now. There's tons of examples of it where you get to chart each area of your life and see if the wheel is round or if it's totally jagged and would never even act or look like a wheel, and what areas of your life you have to work on. So just as a kind of a disclaimer, this is not about go for success. It's not about all the money. It's not about that at all. It's being well-rounded. And here's how to do that. You are at any one time either growing or declining. I think everybody would agree with that. Too many people have a success, have a win, have one deal in our world, and then they coast. This is sort of like the off season. This I'm going to equate it to. I love any kind of sports connection I can make here. So in the off season, are you, in between wins for example, are you coasting? Are you gloating too much in between and sitting tight? Because if you're doing that, you're going backwards. You're not growing, you're declining. And one of my mentors said, Chris, if you're doing that in between seasons, if you're coasting, you're getting sucked backwards by the current of those in the same boat, meaning that aren't going forward, that aren't stacking constantly and trying to better themselves. Now, for example, are there scripts, new techniques, new dream team people you can meet for your team? Yes, always. With COVID, did things change? Yes, always. You can always be learning and growing and sharpening your saw. Now, how do we do that? In between major events, which are 4 per year, we have weekly, what we call Wicked Smart sit-downs or Wicked Smart workshops, where we're helping constantly sharpen our saw, refine skills, get better and better and better. So during the off season, we're getting ready for our bigger wins. And these wins stack and stack and stack and get bigger and better and bigger and better. What if during the off season you attended one of our events or one of our Wicked Smart workshops or sit downs and you got one nugget? I'll sometimes painstakingly go on my off season in between major things we're doing and go through one of our mentors' videos. Most of his videos are an hour and a half. But if I can get one nugget out of there or 2 nuggets out of there, sometimes those are game changers for our business. Sometimes those are $500,000 game changers or $100,000 game changers. You can do the exact same thing with your deals. I did a deal structure video yesterday with one of our High 6 associates, and you're going to see, if you didn't already see it, come out. And he talked about the difference between his first deal and his 9th deal, profitability-wise. Why? Because in between seasons, in between each one of those 9 deals, he cranked his skill set. He bettered his mindset. He did all these things that we call stacking. So yes, look ahead to the next season, but don't coast on the off season. Enjoy your win, but pour gas on the wins. Here's another great example outside our community. I'm not sure if you saw the movie Blindside with Michael Orr, but his former coaches said, and if you haven't seen it, it's a phenomenal movie. His former coaches said of him that he never missed a day at the gym. Never missed a day at the gym, even after they specifically pointed to a time when he signed a $20 million contract. $20 million. Though seriously, think about this. Do you think there's a time if you signed a $20 million contract where you might say, I think I'm okay. I think I can maybe go to the gym 5 days a week? Nope. 7 days a week. Our newest partner that we just brought on to our company, Peter Taunton, sold his company twice, each time for over $49 million. And I said to him, what got you motivated like the second time, and what motivates you now? And that's a whole other video. You're going to meet Peter because he is, again, one of our partners now. But just think about that. Maybe just that thought alone about Peter and about Michael Orr will get you to the next level with, maybe there is something bigger here for me. I hope it does. Because during the off season is when you differentiate yourself from others, by far. And I don't want to give a biased New England comment here, but Tom Brady. If you listen to some interviews with Tom Brady, his wife said he sits for hours upon hours upon hours watching video. Right after, right before, during off season, hours painstakingly watching video. Do you think there's any correlation to his success? I don't know, just a thought. So what are you doing today in the big picture every single day on the off season so you can be better. And again, remember I said at the very beginning, I'm not talking about just real estate. Are you taking an extra hour with your kids or with your spouse? Are you taking an extra hour or daily like Michael or to get physically fit? Are you going to Toastmasters, if you want to throw a curveball at you here, to better your skill sets with speaking or communicating with buyers or sellers or frankly just people you interact with? Are you taking a Zoom class if you're spending time on Zoom every day? These are just small things that you can sharpen in between your wins. You don't have to lay down and go to sleep for 2 months in between your big events or your big deals. So winning doesn't happen in a vacuum, guys. I mean, literally, it doesn't happen in a vacuum, excuse me. You train your body and your mind constantly. You train your body and your mind during off season when others aren't and others are chilling out. That's time to capitalize. So I hope you got some nuggets out of that. So much so that when I get done here in a couple seconds, you write down a couple action items. One of them is, let's get on a call together. It's free. And let's talk about your strategy. If you want a free call with us, just go to smartrealestatecoach.com/strategy. I already mentioned that you can go to every single Thursday at 4 o'clock. You can hang out with us. It's no charge. Make no doubt about it. Your association in the off season matters big time. We'd like to rub elbows and associate with you.